welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to the family. Please subscribe if you have not already. So as you guys can tell by the title, this is a glitter cut crease. Now, I initially did this look in my catch-up session, but I decided to film it because it really turned out really good. So I'm gonna start by prepping my lips with some Body Shop lip balm, and then with the power of YouTube, I'm doing my brows. Brow tutorial will be linked down below. Anyway, moving on to the eyes, I'm going to start with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot to just prime my lids. We're starting with the lids today because this particular day when I was filming, it was boiling, you guys. I know it's starting to rain now, but like this weather is ridiculous. Anyway, moving on to the Morphe 35O palette, I'm taking this matte light shade right here and I'm going to just highlight my brow bone. Then going in with this light orangey peachy shade, I'm going to take that and start dusting that into my crease. Now I like to dispense the most product on the outer corner of the eye and then take whatever's left on the brush into the crease and just work it in back and forth windshield wiper motions. I find that this way you're not left with any harsh lines, because if you just go in with a whole bunch of product into your crease, it can become a hot mess real quick. So as you guys can see, I'm going in with a fluffy brush, which I will be doing a lot. Then taking this brighter orange shade, I'm going to dust that slightly lower than the first shade and also take that into my crease. I'm going to go in with this burnt orange shade and also put that into my crease. Now you guys can just go in with the burnt orange shade, but I decided since I had these colors available to me, I was going to use them. And to be honest, I find that it was so much easier to just blend all three colors and kind of create like a gradient of orange, if that makes sense. So yeah, then I'm gonna go in and just make sure everything is blended out. I'm going to like ground this cut crease. I'm gonna ground these bright colors with this brown color right here, and I feel like especially on my eyelids, if the eyeshadow is too bright, it kind of loses the depth. So I'm just bringing back some depth to the eye, and then I'm going to just go ahead and just blend the entire eye. I'm gonna go in with this gold champagne-y color. It has like a little bit of pinkiness to it, but it's really pretty, and I'm just going to place that on the center of my lid. These colors are super pigmented, you guys. Like, it's really impressive. I'm taking this pinky iridescent shade and I'm going to highlight the first third of my eye and also slightly take it over that gold just to make it blend. I'm going back in with this bright orange shade and I'm ever so slightly going to blend that where the gold meets the transition shades. This is kind of going to give it a really nice gradient. I'm going in with my Inglot gel liner in the number 77 and just drawing a winged eyeliner. You guys, I promise I'm working on a tutorial. Every time I decide to film, it always becomes a hot mess, but I will keep at it until I get it right, you know. Next, I'm taking my NYX Liquid Crystal liner in the shade Crystal Silk, and I'm going to be just cutting that crease. So this is actually like my crease, so if I open my eye, the glitter will disappear a little bit, but I prefer it that way. And I'm also connecting it to the outer corner of my wing. Now I applied 2 layers of this glitter because 1 layer wasn't glittery enough for me. I'm then going in with this brown shade right here and I'm going to deepen up that cut crease just a little bit more, and I'm going right above that glitter with a detailed brush, and I'm just going to add some depth. I'm then taking a blending brush and just blending out any harsh lines. I'm going to go back in and just re-intensify the brow bone highlight, because in that blending process, the transition shades can tend to go too far up on the brow bone. I'm then applying mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational, my favorite mascara of life. I'm then going in with my favorite foundation of life, and this is the L'Oreal 24 Hour Stay Fresh Foundation. Now, if you guys know Kersha, I have collaborated with her, and she recently tweeted Dischem about not being able to find this foundation, and they said that it's been discontinued, you guys. Like, I'm so sad right now. This is like my favorite foundation from the drugstore. Okay. Anyway, next we're gonna go into concealer. This is the L.A Girl Pro Conceal in pure beige, and I'm going to be concealing and highlighting under my eyes, forehead, bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, and chin, and then just blending that all out. I wish it took this quick in the morning to get ready. Next, I'm taking my Nye Banana Powder and I'm just going to bake all the areas that we've highlighted. Now, a DIY tip is that you can use typical translucent powder and then just mix some matte yellow pigment into it, and that will make your translucent powder look yellow. I know, it's bomb. Anyway, I'm taking the Wet n Wild contouring palette in the shade Caramel Toffee. And obviously taking the Toffee part, I'm just going to be contouring my cheeks, my forehead, jawline, and my nose in a bit. I'm taking that burnt orange shade and I'm going to be running that on my lower lash line. I want to keep the main focus on the lid for this eyeshadow look. I'm then taking that dark brown shade that we used in the crease and just running that on my lower lash line as well. Then taking this pinky shade right here, I'm going to highlight my inner tear ducts. I'm going to be using this Charlie Revlon blusher, and this is in the shade Pretty Plum, and just blushing up my cheeks. It's a really pretty mauvey shade. And then I'm taking that same Wet n Wild contouring powder with an angled eyeshadow brush, and I am going to contour my nose. I'm going to go in with a powder brush now and just go over those lines just to make sure that they are not harsh and that they're blending nicely. And also I'm dusting away all of the bake. I'm going to go in with the highlight now and using my Switchbeauty Glowgasm palette and the shade Babygirl. I'm going to be highlighting my tops of my cheekbones, the sides of my temples, bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, and my chin. I'm then going in with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara on my lower lashes. That was a tongue twister. Then I'm taking my Smudge lip pencil in the shade Choc Purple and I'm going to be outlining my lips. These are quite cheap, you guys, but it's really nice. And then I'm using my Colourpop Liquid Ultra Satin Liquid Lippy in the shade Calypso and applying that all over my lips. And then lastly, to finish this look, I'm going to be applying spraying my Mod Makeup Setting Spray. And that is it for this look. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, like my video, share with all of your friends, and all that great stuff. Have an awesome day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!